Thanks, Jane. And for all the latest from the business world, we're joined by Nick Toscano. Nick, Wayne Swan's set to release his fourth budget tonight. What can we expect?
Well, yes, Wayne Swan is set to release his fourth budget tonight, and it's been hailed by some economists as the holy grail of budgets, as this government tries to get Australia back into the surplus from this deficit situation. But that's going to prove harder than initially expected, as recent natural disasters like floods in Australia and the tsunami in Japan have really taken their toll on Australia's economy. And it looks like the forecast deficit of $41 billion will increase to $51 billion for the next financial year. But economists are also saying that this budget is really going to symbolise for Australians that the immunity we faced under the last financial crisis won't necessarily mean we're immune to significant budget cuts tonight.
Wow, Nick, it sounds all a little bit depressing. Is anybody coming out in this budget as a winner, or are we all losers?
Well, yes, the government has signalled targeted financial support for families with teenage students, for the disabled education sector, as well as bonuses for high-performing teachers as part of tonight's budget. And also mental health, as Julia Gillard has said over the last year, that mental health will be a second-term priority for the government. It looks like mental health will have a serious funding injection in this financial year as well. Australia's lowest income earners will receive a total of $1.4 billion will be put forward as a tax rebate for low income earners, which will only equate to about $300 a year each, and about $6 a week, I think it is. But Wayne Swan has stressed that this is simply modest help in the face of rising cost of living pressures.
Nick, Julia Gillard's pointed to welfare reform as being a possible tough love measure of the budget. What aspects of welfare are likely to be tightened?
Well, Julia Gillard has said that tonight's budget the centrepiece will be welfare reform, and she's really going to use it as part of her social agenda to get people off the dole and into paid work. Australia currently has 4.5% unemployment for the next financial year, but that equates to about 200,000 welfare-dependent people, and they'll have to double the amount of work that they participate in each year, which is going to rise from 2 days a week over 6 months to 2 days a week over 11 months. And that work might include work experience for their vocational goals, or just volunteer work, or any sort of training and education degree they might be participating in. And also for teenage mums who are welfare dependent, there's going to be some serious incentives for them to go back to year 12 and study at school. So it's not all doom and gloom, but there will be some pretty significant cuts tonight as Wayne Swan announces his fourth budget.